Hello everybody, this is Joyce Green in Munich, Germany. I have the pleasure today to introduce to you a very nice person and friend of mine, also a very professional singer who's been in the showbiz as a singer for a long time. This is Gavin Rogers from originally New York. I hope I don't say nothing wrong, but you've been around. So Gavin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you want us to know about yourself, your musical background and education. That'd be cool.
Yes, I came over to Germany actually on tour with the musical Hair.
All right.
And I came with the intention of staying for 6 months, but it's now 15 years.
That's a long tour.
Yeah, and I found that I really enjoy performing here in Germany, and I found that the musical scene here is quite interesting and a lot of fun to work here, and I've also been lucky to have found a wonderful woman in my life, and that's why I stay here the whole time.
Wow, this is great. What did you do before you came? How did you start your musical career? When you entered the musical Hair, of course, you were doing something before.
Yeah, actually, I really started in church. I was singing in the church choir. At 10 years old, I started singing solos in the church.
Right.
And that was really a great experience because also I think that's when I started to have the confidence of singing in front of people.
All right.
The first time it was Christmas time, and Christmas time in the church is going to be full.
Yeah, right.
And so I was singing my first solo then, and also singing in the church choir. It helped me really with my air training, singing in a choir, and you find yourself listening a lot around you and blending with other voices.
Right, that's ear training also, that's air training.
Exactly. These are all things that help in the development of my voice, starting at around 10 years old or so. I've always been a tenor.
Right.
And after singing in church and going on to school, as far as education and school, in America it's very easy that you have many opportunities for singing. And playing an instrument or so. I think you're starting like from first or second grade. You're either singing or playing an instrument. It's very commonplace in a lot of schools that you're doing something musical. So you have a lot of opportunities to build that foundation in music or so. And I think in Germany, I see a lot of young people also with opportunities that more so than in the past. And I see a lot of young people having a lot of interest in singing as well. So this is really good. I see a very good future for Germany in that way.
Well, I hope so. Well, we don't want to stay in the past for long. However, a music education, you were talking about it, of course a lot happens in a practical way. But also, what is your personal opinion about training? Well, I know it, but share it with us, because I've been knowing you for a while. I had the fortune to work with you, which was a real great experience for me, because Kevin is a very organized singer, believe me, and always have his stuff together, which is not quite what I can talk about when talk about other people. This is not quite so.
Yeah, my personal experience about training is, as far as education, I think experience is very important.
Right.
Having an opportunity to perform in front of an audience is very important. But I'm classically trained. I started out really working with a lot of oratorios. Right. and singing in the opera world as well. I found that classical training is very good for building a very good foundation for the voice. And what I feel also is that it's very important that you have a good, strong technical foundation.
All right.
With your training, because you're going to find yourself maybe singing different genres of music, and it's very important that you have a good, solid base.
Right.
I don't sing anything without warming up my voice.
Right. Thank you so much. Oh, no. I'm so happy that you said it. I wanted to push you into this. I would have later on. No.
Yeah, I think the worst thing a singer can do is sing loud and sing high and not warm up their voice. That's total destruction. Even throughout the day, a little bit of humming here and there. It's just very important to keep the voice, the vocal cords fluid, and to keep it loose. So I think warming up is very, very important.
Absolutely. And I might say, because we've been working together for a little bit, you also did always a physical warm-up.
Yes.
Not only business muscles too, as we both know. However, you did a physical warm-up all the time too. And I know, because I don't want to tell anybody your age, but you're amazing looking and in really good shape for having worked so much and been around so much and worked so hard, and I think it has a lot to do with your physical.
Yes, you know, a lot of people don't realize the physicality of singing. You know, singing, your body, taking care of your body is very important with singing, and it's important to warm up your body as well, because in your performance you're going to move. You're not going to just stand there like a statue.
I hope not.
And it's very important.
You won't win the first prize. Let me put it like that.
It's very important that you have your entire body warmed up as well. It comes across in your performance with your voice and your whole presentation on that stage, or even if you're in a studio. You know, you have just a microphone there, and maybe nobody else is around you, but still you have to bring the emotions of the song into that microphone, and that comes from the physicality of your body.
Right.
And that's also why it's important to warm up your body as well as your voice.
That's so great that you say that, because I also think it's very important, but a lot of times, as you know, we're coming to the young singers, it's hard to bring this across, because this is not so talked about often. You know, they think singing is, you go on stage, you open your mouth, and it's going to work for those that are God blessed. We both know this is not quite so. It's a lot of work in there. It's a lot of hours that you work your body as well as your voice.
And a lot of discipline as well. You know, it's I think a lot of young people, they think that it's just a shortcut. You know, they don't realize the demands of the discipline involved in the training to really maintain a voice, keep it really healthy for a long period of time. And you know, there's a discipline as far as like learning a song and learning that song to not just the words, but the whole total performance, the presentation of the song. This is all a very important discipline to learn.
I know, well, discipline is not a favorite word of the young people. However, I think the more they hear it, now they hear it from another person like you, they've been hearing it, well, my students hear it from me, and I believe that might not be a favorite word, but it's a very important, you know, part of what we do, and that's music, and we love it. So, maybe, just imagine you have a 13-year-old young singer. What would be your recommendation? What'd you say? Like, you listen to a voice and imagine it's a nice voice that you hear. Well, it's 12 or 13 years old, so we both know it is not in the full development yet, but it's going to come. But say like the girl would ask you, well, you've been singing for so long and you made it, and you know, what's your recommendation for me? Tell me, what do you think is important? Where should I go? How should I go?
Yes, I think the most important thing, first of all, is to see if the person really enjoys singing.
Wow, wonderful. Oh, great.
You know, because sometimes I think a person may not really know what they may want to do as far as musically or so. They might have gone to a concert, they might have seen something on television, they might say to themselves, oh, this is something I think I'd like to do. And so it's kind of like a little trial and error. So I think the first thing is that you have to really find out if there's something that they really want to do, something that they think that they would love to do. And once you have that feeling, then I think that's the start. And then from there, I would say to this person to try different kinds of things. You know, I think if you have an opportunity to sing with other people, like in a choir of some sort, just so that you can have a feeling of what it feels like to sing around other people, that's very important. Because I feel that will help the development of that person as far as singing around other people, and also for their own personal self as a possible soloist in the future, because then they will have opportunities to hear a lot of different types of voices and also see what it feels like to sing around other people, and know if there's something that they would like to do in the future as well, seeing the joy of singing and feeling that joy of singing with other people. And that may also bring joy within themselves of singing toward the future.
This is absolutely great. I thank you so much. That's probably just the first part, and we will hear more of Kevin Rogers here in Munich, Germany, that you recite right now. Well, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Thank you. All right, that was so cool! We're just first cutting.